Starting a new project here. I've been looking for a file cabinet for the longest time to make a welding cart, and I finally found one at a thrift store for $14, and this is pretty much what I had been looking for so long. See, it's got 4 drawers in this compartment here. I could put shelves in there. I was thinking I could put welding clothing in here, leathers and whatever, jacket. But probably be room for a shelf, at least one in there, and drawers for all the consumables. This is really old. I believe I need to grease the slides on here. This one's a little bit rough on here. So it's kind of an open bottom, except for this floor here. So I'm going to take some angle iron, make a cart for it, make it big enough for argon or a mixture tank. Probably maybe hold 2 or 3 different tanks. And it's probably, I can set my TIG welder. Would probably take up the whole top this way, but and put a shelf. Put a shelf and come out off the back here. And I believe I can get three welders, at least 2, maybe a TIG welder and a TIG cooler, or TIG welder and maybe MIG or a stick. I think I could probably only get 2 on her comfortably. But it'll be more mobile. I'll put it on wheels. And I don't know, somebody put some crazy contact paper on here, but I'll just put a shelf on here, maybe an aluminum plate across the top, and wide enough for the TIG welder. That'll be the biggest welder I had to put on it. So I was looking at welding carts with kind of basically like this, only made as welding carts. The cheapest is over $300, and it's just as, this is not real thick metal, but it's sturdy, it's rigid. It's probably thicker than the welding carts. They're selling for $300, $400, $500. Looks to me like it's from coal steel, an old maker of filing cabinets. I even got room to put labels here. So that's what I'm going to be working on coming up fairly soon. I don't want a welding table or a fixture table with my welder on it. I like welders away from workplace, because if you do any grinding, they just suck up the dust. And when I do any grinding, even though the welder is separate from the work area, or it's not directly adjacent to it, it's back a ways, I always put a cover over my welders when I do any grinding, and I like to keep them dust free as much as possible. So that's what I wanted to, my welders separate from a welding table or a fixture table, and this is going to allow me to do it cheaply. And I had a little bit of bed rail frame angle for bed rails, and I didn't have enough to do it, but walking around a dumpster here not too far from me, and I found some perfectly good complete bed rails with the cross pieces and painted. It wasn't a bunch of rusty stuff like what I've had before to work with. Have to prep it and do a lot of work, but I think I can get most of I'm gonna put the side, make a frame for the sides come up and probably give a little support and just give the whole thing a little more rigidity. That's what I'm thinking. But first I'm going to start with the bottom frame and put an extension probably maybe on this end for gas tanks, welding tanks. Come out, I don't know. Enough for maybe 3 bottles is what I'm thinking. And it's short enough to where I'll make space for 3 bottles and it won't be too bulky. So I just thought I'd add this in here and at the beginning of this project, and there's so many DIY welding carts on YouTube, and that it probably won't be a step-by-step. I'll just show you what I've done and maybe spur some ideas for other people that have the same thing in mind. Don't want to spend a lot of money on more flimsy welding carts, and they just want to piece something together on their own low cost and still meet all their needs. Okay, I couldn't stand knowing that this contact paper is on top here. So looks like it's good that it's 2 layers. One is more papery with cheaper glue on it, and the other one has better glue that will peel off. This is without heating, and you can see it's coming loose, but I'm gonna put the heat gun on it. So I'm just going to work it for a while and see how much I can get off of it. Might have to touch up some little spots there with some paint. So that's what happens when you can't leave stuff alone. paint. I'll just touch up a few little spots here. I'm going to put probably aluminum sheet metal over it. But I'll just touch up bare spots there to keep it from rusting underneath. A little bit of heat and attribute the good glue on that bottom layer. That top layer was a mess. Well, I wasn't going to get too involved in this. This cabinet's upside down. But I flipped it over and there was surface rust here and there. It wasn't bad, but I just decided I was going to take care of that while I was at it. I still got the top coat to put on. Here's a frame. I'll show you better later. Leaning up against the wall here. I still have to put a cross piece on it. This will be the area for the gas tanks. And then this will be the cabinet will sit down in this area here. I'll put wheels on it. We'll put 4 wheels on it that I got from Walmart. Bought 3 sets of them. 2 of them have locks on it and all 4 of them swivel. I think they're 4-inch wheels. So I'm cramped for space right now and temporarily built this shelf right here. Put it in the wrong place, so I'm going to move everything down. But I need to get this cart out of the way. Still have to paint the drawers. And I'll be getting rid of this table, and this new welding cart will take its place. And it should have less footprint. There's a dehumidifier back there. I've got to relocate it.